Okay, so on to the next track in Sammy's Rock Empire Fridays, man. We are already 3 tracks deep. We are going on to the 4th one. The first one was Stone Sour Tide. Second one was 10 Years Rise. Third one was Rob Thomas Pieces. That was my favorite of the day so far, was that Rob Thomas Pieces. For those of you who are only joining us now, I suggest you go back and listen to those. Also, you can go back and watch my update video. I just give you a bit of an update in terms of what's happening on the channel, in terms of what we're doing. Yeah, just go watch that video. But right now we're moving on to the next artist, which is Jimmy Eat World. I don't think I've ever reacted to Jimmy Eat World, although the name sounds familiar. I think actually when I was in high school, I think some people, some of my friends used to listen to them. I haven't heard a single track of theirs. I don't think so. If I have, it's been in passing and many years ago. I'll obviously tell you if I have heard that particular track, but I promise you not in the recent 2 decades. I'll guarantee you that. This is called Work. Let's see what we got, man. Let's rock and roll.
What are you excited about down the road?
Really excited about getting out of here.
I'm trying to focus on my career.
I might get accepted to colleges, but I might not.
Yes, I got accepted last weekend.
You go to kindergarten, and then you go to elementary school, then you go to middle school, then you go to high school.
Same day, over and over again.
It's almost like a beautiful jail. People's parents are so afraid that their kids are doing everything wrong, but that's part of learning. You did it, we need to do it too.
If you only once would let me, only just one time, then be happy with the consequence. But whatever's gonna happen tonight, don't think we're not serious. Was it ever not? The love we make is give and let's take our game to play along. All I can say, I shouldn't say, can we take a ride? Get out of this place while we still have time.
This definitely sounds like a 90s song, but I do like that over there. I like the actual premise of the fact that yes, parents are going to be like that. It's kind of like, our parenting styles have changed quite a bit in terms of before it's the child could literally just go and do its thing, and then, if it fell, it needed to learn how to get up, essentially. And then we got to the hovering parents. I think that was kind of like the millennials, where they just hover over their children. And or maybe that's not the millennials, maybe that's sort of like the boomers, where it's kind of like hovering over the children. And now with the millennials, we've got the bulldozer parents, which means that the parents try to bulldoze everything out of their kids' way. Everything's like, oh, I don't want my child to face any sort of adversity. So any sort of adversity that may come, I'm going to bulldoze it out of the way. I will deal with it for you because shame, poor, my baby, whatever. Right? I don't think that does anything for children, right? I actually think that, yes, children should actually, yes, they should take the ride. Like you're saying over here, take the ride and try and find yourself and do the things. You're going to make those mistakes and, you're going to have to learn from them. But the one thing about what we're dealing with today is not the fact that children want to go out and do what they want to do. It's that children don't want to take responsibility or accountability for anything that they do in terms of mistakes and stuff like that. Because if it was a thing where it says, listen, I'm trying to advise you, you don't want to listen to me, fine. Well, then go off and do whatever you want to do. All right. But when the consequences hit, right, and you need to take full accountability for it, right? It's actually standing up and being a man and being a woman and literally being and saying, you know what? I went against better judgment. I went against better advice and I did it anyway. But now that the consequences hit, I'm not playing the victim card. I'm literally going to deal with my life and I'm going to be like, you know what? I fucked it up. I'm going to fix it. Right? And that's the situation that we're not having today. Right? It's all about and I've said this a couple of times before, right? That if any of your successes are your successes, this is how kids see it today. Any of the successes that they attain are their successes individually. Like, I achieved this. I succeeded, right? Any of their failures, it's the system's fault. It's everybody else's fault but themselves. It's the system's fault that they this, it's the this, it's the that, it's that. And it's complete and utter deflection the entire time. They just deflect, instead of taking accountability. That doesn't work, right? That over there just doesn't work. You can't be like, I want to do whatever I want to do. And then when they say, okay, well, we'll let go of the rope then, and we'll give you the leeway, right? And then when you land up sort of in terms of the using the rope as a phrase, right? In terms of like when you hand so much rope that you land up hanging yourself with it, right? And then afterwards you come and be like, oh no, it's everybody else's fault that I hung myself with that rope. It's like, listen, I warned you when I told you I wanted to reel you back in, and you were like, no, it's my own life, I want to do. Well, then you got to face the consequences, man. You got to go and deal with that your damn self. It's not anybody else's fault, right? And the moment kids today actually learn that everything is within their means to sort out their entire life, in terms of like, you are accountable for every single thing you do. You are responsible for your own existence. It's not anybody else's fault. Do you know what I mean? And until kids learn to do that, right, they're going to consistently be lost. They feel like somehow their solutions are going to fall out of the sky, or at least that they are privy to everybody else's sort of, for everybody else to do things for them. It's like, no, you can fucking do, you fuck this up, you sort it out, right? Don't come crying for help when people try to actually assist you before you did that crap. You made the mistake. That's fine. People make mistakes. Everyone's gone through that. But now fix it. It's your job to fix it. It's nobody else's job to fix it. And I don't want to care about it. I don't really care about the excuses.
All the best DJs are saving the slowest song for last. When the dance is through, it's me and you. Come on, would it really be so bad? The things we think might be the same, but I won't fight for more. It's just not me to wear it on my sleeve. Count on that for sure.
Hey.
All I can say, I shouldn't say, can we take a ride? Get out of this place while we still have time.
Oh, Video Station Video. Who remembers that? Who remembers this? Where you literally had to go in South Africa. We actually had a place called Video Town, right? Where you would go on a Friday. It never used to be during the week. You couldn't watch movies during the week. That was ridiculous. Friday was the day, right? You would go to Video Town, you know, and you would rent out 3 movies or 5 movies. Sometimes they had like a 5-movie special. It was like, oh my God, we can binge on the VHS tapes. So you used to go there and you had to rent out 3 movies, right? You couldn't hand them in late. If you handed them late, you would pay a penalty. And what you got is what you got. There was no other selection. It wasn't like Netflix where you just literally had so much that you can watch that you don't want to watch anything anymore. This was like whatever you took home and you watched. That was it. And you'd watch that same thing maybe 4 times, 5 times, because that's all you had before you actually went and gave it back. Fire. Those were the days, man. I must be honest. I swear to God, I would go back to that. Today, I would go back to I'd go back to a Nokia 3310 in Video Town tomorrow. Literally. I would do that. Come on.
This place while we still have time. You wanna take a ride? Get out of this place while we still have time. Yeah, we still have to mix the way we do. All that
I like that over there where he says, I can't say I was never wrong, but some of the blame you got to take, essentially, right? So at least he's accepting the fact that he's also wrong. But it's kind of like being open to that mindset over there where it's just like, okay, this, I kind of feel he's literally speaking in terms of taking a ride. It's just this relationship thing. So it's like, it takes 2 to tango is basically what he's saying over here from a relationship stance.
all I can say, shouldn't say, can we take a ride? Get out of this place while we still have time. You wanna take a ride? Get out of this place while we still have time. We still have time.
I kind of hope I'll have an interesting life. I don't want to go and just settle down.
I think about, like where I'm going to go to college. Am I going to like it? Am I going to get a good job?
Whatever it is, I want to take my talent somewhere else.
I'm excited to not be an adolescent anymore.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Look, I've never heard this song before. I like the song though. The song's pretty cool. I've never heard this song before. Very cool. Back in the day, I would have never listened to the song. Let me just tell you that right now. All right. So whenever this song came out, I would have never, ever have even put a song like this on my playlist. It would have not have been down my lane. But we all grow up. Look, put it this way: I still won't put this on my playlist. I still wouldn't put this on my playlist, but it's a lot more palatable to me now than it was back then. But you guys, let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.